Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. Well, 2017 has almost ended, and what an incredible year it has been for movies. Hopefully you've seen my top 10 list that I've put on my channel for 2017, top 10 most disappointing, top 10 worst films, and my top 10 favourite films of the year. But now I thought it's time we looked ahead and looked at 2018, and I've had a cool look over the last couple of days at all the movies that really are interesting to me in 2018. There are hundreds of releases coming out, yes I know, but I thought I would handpick a few movies that it is my intention to ensure that I watch when they are released. I'm sure your list will be different, and I'm sure there's a lot of movies that you want to see that aren't on my list, so I hope you enjoy it and thanks for watching. So coming up in January this year is The Darkest Hour, the Gary Oldman, Winston Churchill biopic type pick. Now I know this has already been released in the US I think, but it's not due for release in the UK cinemas until the beginning of January. But I think this looks fantastic. I think the trailer's made it look very good, and I will definitely be aiming to watch this movie. The performance looks amazing by Gary Oldman. And coming up in February as well is Cloverfield 3, or the third movie in the Cloverfield universe of movies. Little is known about this movie at all, really, but they're always very interesting movies, and this is one that I'll be looking at as well. Coming up in February is Black Panther. This looks fantastic. The trailer looks really good. Very much looking forward to it. I think Marvel had an absolutely stellar year this year in 2017. Can they keep it up in 2018 with more amazing movies? Well, I certainly think they will be off to a good start with this one, because it looks absolutely incredible. So definitely watching this. Also in February is Annihilation, the Natalie Portman movie that is directed by Alex Garland. The trailer looks very interesting. This could either go one way or two ways really. It could be really good or really terrible. But the trailer does make it look very interesting, definitely. So one to watch out for, I think. Coming up in March is Meg. Jaws on steroids, I suppose you could say. This looks fascinating, and a channel Chuckload of Comics brought this to my attention. They did an anticipation movies of 2018, and this was on their list. I didn't know about it. After looking into it, it sounds fantastic. The only downside is it's got Jason Statham in it, but I think this will be a lot of fun. Jaws on steroids. March again, we have Pacific Rim Uprising. Absolutely love the first one. It's one of my favourite movies. I thought it was fantastic, and I was delighted that it got a sequel. John Boyega's in it, Clint Eastwood's son's in it. It looks fantastic. The trailer looked amazing. Really excited to see this one. This is one of my most anticipated next year. Again in March, Ready Player One. Steven Spielberg directed film. The trailer looks fantastic. It looks like an absolute orgasmic result of all your favourite childhood movies mixed into one virtual reality movie. It looks fantastic, this film. In April we have A Quiet Place. Little is known really about this movie. I've seen the teaser trailer. Looks fascinating. Again, this could go one way. It could be really fantastic and really scary, or it could be a bit of a it's hard to tell, but it does look very interesting, and I do want to see it. April we have The New Mutants, the tale of the 5 young mutants who are in captivity that have to escape. I think it's going to be R-rated, I think, so it might well follow on with the quality similar to Logan in regards to R-rated X-Men type movies. And again in April we have Rampage, the Dwayne Johnson movie based on the video game. The trailer actually looked quite interesting. It looked better than I thought. I thought the CGI looked a bit dodgy, and I thought it looked like it took itself a little too seriously, but out of morbid curiosity I do want to see it. April, who doesn't want to see this? Avengers Infinity War, first one. The trailer just absolutely blew me away. Absolutely fantastic trailer. One of the best trailers like I've seen for many years. Super anticipating this movie. Really, really can't wait to see it. May, we have Han Solo, the Star Wars movie. Troubled production, as we all know. Don't need to go into it. This, again, is either going to go two ways. It's either going to be amazing, and I think with Ron Howard on board, I think it's got a good chance of being saved and being a good film. So I'm very interested to see what they give us with this movie. June, Deadpool 2. We know this is going to be awesome. The first one absolutely was amazing. Such a fun movie. I'm really looking forward to actually the build up to the movie and all the trailers and stuff that Deadpool's going to get involved in. Fantastic. Can't wait for this one. It's going to be great. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm not a super fan of the first one, Jurassic World. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. Chris Pratt, I think, made that movie with his on-screen charisma and charm, and it was a fun movie to watch. So this isn't my most anticipated movie of next year, but it's certainly one that I will seek out and watch, definitely. Ocean's 8. I'm such a big fan of the Ocean's movies. I thought they were all brilliant. I know the second one's a bit of a low point, but this, I think if they were just trying to remake it with a female cast, I'd be on a bit of a downer with it. But because it ties into the other movies, I think this could be very, very good. So, yeah, I think I'll be watching this. Incredibles 2. Fantastic movie this, out in July. I think it's fair to say that the first Incredibles movie is one of my favourite animated movies of all time. I enjoyed watching it so many times with my son when he was growing up. So naturally, I'm really, really excited for the second one. It's going to be fantastic. I certainly hope so. And in July, we have another Dwayne Johnson film called Skyscraper. Again, little is known. All I can find out is that it's set in a skyscraper in China. And it's like an action thriller. So it sounds very much like Die Hard, but this could work with Dwayne Johnson in the lead. So let's just see what we get with it. But it sounds interesting. In August, one of my most anticipated movies of next year, The Predator. It's just, I'm so hoping that he pulls it off with this movie and he gives us finally a Predator movie worthy of following the original. I've got my fingers crossed so hard for this movie. Please be good. In August again, we have The Equalizer 2. This is on my list essentially because I enjoyed the first one a lot. I thought it was a really, really good film, and Denzel Washington is, generally speaking, brilliant in everything that he does. So I might not be rushing out to the cinema to see it, but I certainly want to see this movie. October, we have Venom. Who doesn't want to see this? Tom Hardy playing Venom. It's a no-brainer. With the intensity that he brings to his performances, Tom Hardy, this surely is going to be knocked out of the park. Let's hope so. And again in October, we have another Halloween. Halloween Returns, I think is. I don't know if it's the official title. John Carpenter's on board. Jamie Lee Curtis is on board. I suppose we had Halloween H2O. Well, this is Halloween H4O, because this is 40 years after the original. This could be fantastic, or it could be a disaster. But let's be honest, who really doesn't want to see this? It's going to be interesting to watch. And in November, we have Holmes and Watson. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly playing Holmes and Watson in a comedy. What's not to like there? Every time these guys are on screen together, it's magic. They do great comedy movies together, and I think this has the potential to be very, very funny. So count me in for this one. December, Mortal Engines. Just seen the teaser trailer for this. It looks fantastic. Peter Jackson's on board. I don't know much about Mortal Engines. I know I think it's based on books and things, but just based on the fact that Peter Jackson's involved in the teaser trailer, I'm definitely interested in this. Aquaman. Now then, how are we going to do with this one? Is this going to be the good standalone movie that we got with Wonder Woman? I think DC really need to get audiences on board with this, the movies that they're making. I've not hated any of them really, but they've got to start winning over audiences and critics. And Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen / Freddie Mercury biopic that has had a troubled production. Bryan Singer was fired from the director's position, so it has been on halt, but this looks amazing. If you look at that picture there, that's the actor playing Freddie Mercury, who's from Mr. Robot, I believe, the TV show. He looks fantastic as Freddie Mercury, so I'm really interested to see this movie. So there you go. That's my short look at some of my most anticipated movies in 2018. There's literally going to be hundreds of movies coming out. I'm not going to get a chance to see them all, obviously, but these are the movies that have caught my attention. Certainly cinema releases coming out next year. I'm sure there's many more that I will watch that I will enjoy greatly. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your support this year, and I look forward to 2018 watching movies with you all. Thanks for watching.